I need. Oh, he's a trifling and indeed. Said he's a gold digger. He's way over town and playing on me. Hey, he give me money when I'm in need. Oh, he's a trifling friend indeed. Said he's a gold digger way over town and she playing on me. Ow, it get me mine. I ain't saying he a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Hey, hey, boo. Happy for right. I'm driving, y'all. So guess what? If it messes up, I'm sorry ahead of time. Okay. Um, I should have turned right there. I gotta go out to my daughter's job, which is a nice little ride. Hey, Sugar, I've been missing you. Mama, I've been missing you. Where you been at? Don't forget to like the video, even though it has no content yet. Like it just by faith. By faith, I touch Jesus. By faith, I touch Jesus. By faith, I touch Jesus Christ. By faith, I touch Jesus. By faith, I touch Jesus. And by faith, he touched me back. Believe it. Touch God by faith, and he'll touch you back. Touch him, and he'll touch you back. So, did anybody get a chance to see the movie The Under Shepherd that I put on for everybody to watch? Anybody get a chance to see the movie? You've been missing me. I gotta read the comments like when I stop because I'm driving, so I wanna arrive alive. You heard me? I hope everybody. Oh yeah, I subscribe when you first put it out, baby. But I want y'all to get the chance to watch the movie, okay? I want you to you gotta inbox me your information, mama. So listen, y'all. The movie The Under Shepherd, it had a whole huge cast of black actors and I don't want to not remember that child name again, so I'm gonna do her last. Lamont Rucker, Keith David, Vanessa Bell Calloway, Lou Gossett Jr., Isaiah Washington, Clifton Powell, and I still can't think of that baby name, but she plays Bird on Soul Food, the series. She's not the Nia Long one, the other one. I can't think of that baby name, but she's a cute little petite little haircut. So, listen, The Under Shepherd is a movie that was made by Doug Banks, the late Doug Banks. So, Doug Banks, everybody knows, was one of the first DJs that went like that went viral, not viral, but he broadcasted all over. Like Tom Joyner was like really the first one. Well, actually, the one that used to do America Top 10, the countdown, Casey Kasem was the first one to actually go. Him and Wolfman Jack and people like that to go all over. But and then like Howard Stern and people like that. But he was one of the first African American ones to go all over. And then Doug Banks, which Doug Banks was out of Chicago as well. And we know that he met his untimely demise by way of cardiac arrest. He had a heart attack or something. but he was really good at being creative, writing, and things like that. So he wrote this movie called The Under Shepherd. It was televised on TV1. The movie was about the day-to-day, behind the closed doors that go on in the church arena. Now, I don't know if you all know, but for about 12 years, I was married to my first husband, who was a pastor. You didn't know, Mama? Melinda Williams. Yes, thank you, Tanya. See, I no. Let me get this heat off my phone though before I tear my phone up, y'all. Okay, so yes, Melinda Williams. Yup. You said the movie that is in the link of not my yesterday uh video, but the day before, and the one that says the under shepherd. No, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been the day before. It was, yeah, it might have been the day before yesterday. It's got today's feature, whatever, the under shepherd or whatever, but it's in the link is in there. It's actually on YouTube. Um, and the link is on there. But I think it is on Netflix. That's my phone cover because I got the little wallet case. So, but yeah, you can see it on YouTube. Oh my God, when you get ready, honey, all I can tell y'all is this movie is going to piss you off. It's going to make you sad. Yes, I used to be a first lady, honey. Yes, I did. God bless your hearts and all your parts. My ex-husband is now a bishop. Anyway, in next page. Yeah, but yeah, I was a first lady. So, and pray for me. I wrote a book called I Finally Smell the Rose, and I began one called The Feather in My Hat. Um, and the other one is not even titled yet. The Feather in My Hat was about first ladies. It was the relationship amongst those. But I'm gonna hold it right here, y'all. You know, I get on the freeway to be a little first lady thing gonna have you into it. It's gonna thinking about some stuff. But anyway, yeah, the Under Shepherd is a good movie because it talks about the day-to-day situations that churches at churches experience, the things that people go through in the church, as far as the administrative side, you know. Not only that, it talks about, well, what was that? Oh, wow. We just had a breakthrough. Something just happened. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to see about that quick. Something just happened. Yeah, so the Under Shepherd is a really good interesting movie. I'm sorry, I'm driving, so I'm a little because I'm trying to be as safe as I possibly can. Thank you, Jesus, for traveling mercies. Amen. So the Under Shepherd is really a good movie. It's talking about the day-to-day in and out shenanigans of church politics. Okay, now this happens to be starring Washington, who is the head, who makes himself the HNIC, and he is really started out trying to be this humble servant, but was he? You know, he has these little currents going on all along. You know, he had his little schemes and his underlying motives all lined up all along. But because he was involved in a church that was already established, which you will find a lot in a lot of, especially the Baptist churches. You don't have a lot of it's like the Pentecostal churches and elect pastors. Normally, in more of the Pentecostal churches, and that if a pastor should meet his demise, then he usually has someone pre-selected that would take over or something like that. Most Baptist ministries, however, whoever is over the trustees, the board of electors or whatever, make that decision on who will become the next pastor. So it's up to the board, um, which makes it a little bit more political, so to speak, because now you have this. It's almost like an audition. They come in, they preach, they may teach Bible study, they show all of their skills, actively involved. They can stir up the audience and all that. Exactly what they do, to try to get people involved in the service or whatever, and that's what they go on. They go on whoever can get this group started that we want to select as our pastor. So anyway, that's not always a good decision because the best performer is not always the best person for the job. The person that can get the crowd stirred up and preach and make the most noise and hoot the loudest and all this and the other is not always the person that's going to lead that flock like it needs to be led, especially when you have a group of people making the decision, but you have a congregation of younger people that want to move forward in ministry. It's always harder that way. So in this case, and another thing, most pastors select churches that are already established because it's less work for them to do. They don't have to really do any building. They can come in and it's like, you come in and everything is already set up. You just sit in the seat and start driving, do anything. So that's another reason why a lot of them, go for that. They want to go take over church because they don't have the money, but they feel like this is what they are led to do, and they don't want to found a ministry or what have you. So this is what they do. So character, Reverend Casey or Minister Casey or whatever Case, I'm sorry, he is a devil in a wolf in sheep's clothing. So all he comes in to do is to overtake this ministry, but his motives are not pure at all. I mean, he is like the devil in disguise. Since you guys haven't seen the movie yet, I don't want to tell too much about it, but I can say that once you see the movie, you are, actively involved in your church, then you're going to see that it is very parallel to some of the day-to-day shenanigans, and it is too bad. It's too bad. A lot of churches are getting tied up in the political part of it, not concerned enough about the spiritual part of it, which is why we're having some of the issues that we're having today. And one of those issues is like the situation that happened in Chicago. I think it was Chicago. With this preacher that had where he, I'm so sorry, bear with me. The part that was so hurtful in this is that he stood this young man up in front of the congregation and embarrassed him. Now, gonna say it like this. This is a really sensitive subject, y'all. But if he had to address that young man, or he felt it necessary to address him, he didn't have to do that in front of that entire congregation. Shut everything down, stop everything, where everybody was, all of the attention was just on him, and make that young man feel the embarrassment that he felt. That was wrong. That was so wrong. That was so wrong. I am just glad that this young man did not succumb from the pain that was inflicted to him by this preacher. Now, let me say this also, and some of you might not like this, way that you shouldn't be. Don't take yourself through unnecessary pain. Let's say that. I don't want to go to nobody's house and I'm not welcome. I don't anybody's house and come in your door and sit at your table and you don't want me there. And you got a problem with me. You don't like the way I'm dressing. I know, baby, I'm buffering bad. I don't like the way, y'all don't like the way I dress. You don't like the way I look. You don't like what I represent. You don't like my lifestyle or whatever. I understand if those are your rules and regulations, I'm going to respect them, and I'm going to respectfully decline to come around you. And I just want to say, please stop inflicting pain on yourself. Does that make it right? No. No. It don't make it right. But don't hurt yourself. You're not going to be able to change everybody's opinion of you. You are not going to be able to make everybody accept you. Too bad. It's awful. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. It is. Please. And then let me say this to the church folks. How to the flock? You don't have to preach to the saved because they are already saved. You're trying to preach to the unsaved, right? You're trying to minister to the ones that you feel are lost. How can you minister to the lost if you're putting the lost out the church? If I go to the hospital because I'm sick and they put me out the hospital, how am I supposed to get better? That's the thing that Christians gotta look at. You don't look. What am I supposed to look like a saint? Am I supposed to look like you think? Am I supposed to look like you think I should look in order for me to be recognized as a Christian? Am I supposed to be fully dressed in Christian attire, in a robe, sandals, and walk the way that Jesus walked, a cross on my back? No. I may not look what you think I ought to look, but if you think that I need to be ministered to, I cannot be ministered to you. You can't minister to me. That's crazy. What happened to come as you are? What happened to come as you are? If you feel like something is wrong with me, and you think that something is wrong with what I'm doing or something, you need to give me the same respect to have come to your office, but don't open rebuke me. And I'm trying to get there. Because that might blow that young man's only opportunity to come to know who God is. You don't do that. We got it twisted. We got it twisted. If it's up to if it's up to us as Christians, if you wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect looking person to minister to them, guess what's gonna happen? A lot of souls gonna be lost. A lot of souls gonna be lost because you can't go in the highways and byways. Somebody need to be saved that live outside under a viaduct, under a bridge. Somebody need to be ministered to that don't smell so good, whose breath smell bad and haven't had a bath in months, whose hair is matted and it's full of lice, who hasn't eaten, who's sick with diseases and cancer stricken, or you got to don't let your witness be distorted by your personal